Our film is about the bond of generations strengthening, which is the only way to avoid what we are facing today. It upholds the priorities we have to opt for and denies what can bring irreversible misery. The film sets the strict borders between what we humans must adhere to and what we as humans must deny to keep our children grow in the world they deserve. The film, in a modest way, shows that there is no escape from the mistakes of the elder generation that can have the ultimate impact on the development of the younger one. Ted is in his 60s and has a much younger wife, May, and two adult children, daughter Jacqueline and son Greg. Greg is married and lives in a different city. Greg has 2-year-old child, Willie, who May and Jacqueline travel to temporarily bring to their place while Greg and his wife have an urgent business trip. Ted has difficulties walking due to the severe arthritis he has been treating for the last several years, which is the reason he refrains from joining his wife and daughter. While staying alone at home and randomly flipping the TV channels, Ted comes across a Discovery Channel story about the eagle's flight of rebirth. The eagle has the longest lifespan of its species. It can live up to 70 years, but to reach this age, the eagle must make a hard decision. In its 40th year, in other words, 10 years after it should already be dead, its long and flexible talons can no longer grab prey, which serves as food. Its long and sharp beak becomes bent. Its old, aged, and heavy wings, due to its thick feather, stick to its chest and make it difficult to fly. Then the eagle is left with only two choices: die or go through a painful process of change which lasts 150 days. The process requires that the eagle fly to a mountain top and sit on its nest. There, the eagle knocks its beak against the rock until it plucks it out. Then the eagle will wait for a new beak to grow back, and then it will pluck out its talons. When its new talons grow back, the eagle starts plucking its old, aged feathers. After 5 months, the eagle takes its famous flight of rebirth and lives for 30 more years. The story impressed him so much that he begins his own war against the ailment, where the house spiral staircase becomes the unsurmountable obstacle, reminding him of his limited capabilities. The story inspires him to conclude that the root cause of all his misfortunes and health problems lies in his psychological helplessness only, ignoring the aging-related physical constraints. At the same time, trying to kill two birds with one stone, he wants to stay in line with his son and grandchild's fashion as it is in their picture, wearing rocker outfit with bandanas, the style that becomes an example and motivation for him to reincarnate. He begins to get rid of his old memories, deletes all virtual contacts, changes his appearance and even some habits to resemble himself in his youth, and even asks his old friend, a biker, to allow him one day of full pleasure of craze riding the bike. From the first sight, the remedies he found for the dramatic change of image and the spirit begin to work for him until the moment when he meets face to face with Willie, his grandson, who alienates him in disapproval upon arrival. That night, while his grandson is asleep, in an attempt to regain Willie's acceptance, he secretly discards all the changes he has made to look younger and reverses to his usual old man image of a grandfather. which Willie excitedly embraces with love the next morning. Finally, he admits that for the first time in his life, he does not regret a bit that he's getting older and looks like a real grandfather. Uh, Although their relations become more complicated and turbulent throughout 20 years, while closeness continues unchanged until one day when Willie, a student filmmaker, decides to picture his grandfather's comeback. However, this day comes when already wheelchair Ted faces a challenge to show young Willie that he is still full of beans and braves the attempt, which sadly becomes his last one. I'm addressing the generation that today is in control of what we see and experience today. Fund this film and make the right choice. Set the right priorities and adhere to the right prerogatives.